more aggressive when you're drilling the half guard passing. You know, if you allow the person in the bottom to think about what you're planning on doing, it's going to be a long night for you. So first things first, it's important to have really good balance. Okay, if you notice, the first thing he did when he puts me in the half guard, he turns to his side, right? I don't want that. If you're on top, you don't want the person on their side because it's a lot of work. So if you're sitting in this position trying to regain posture and the person starts to turn aside, you make sure that you keep your elbows tucked in. A lot of times people panic, they go like this, and what does he do? He goes for that underhook or grabs a collar, right? Either collar or underhook. The most common response is an underhook so that they can go deep half, right? So you need to anticipate what the person is going to do. So when you're sitting here, keep your elbows in. He tries to sit up, you block. Right? You want to cross face, block the arm. You want to prevent him from getting deep because now it makes it more difficult for you to stop or slow them down. So keep your elbows in, push the person down, get that underhook. Now, once you get that underhook, if you have longer arms, you can usually just grab the neck and flatten the person. You can grab the collar, you can grab the shoulder, or you can grab the back of the gi, right? It's personal preference. The most important thing to remember here is that just because you're grabbing, that's all you do. No. Wherever you grab, look at my elbow. I need to keep my elbow tucked in. Why? If he starts to turn from this position, I'm going to slow him down. If I hold him like this, you see my elbow up, and you see that? He can easily lift me and roll me over. So if you understand what the person in the bottom is capable of doing, you can slow them down, right? Or most likely stop them. So I'm gonna grab here, right? If you notice, I'm heavy on my hip. So I need to block his head. Okay, this is one of the most common passes, is to block the person's head so they can't follow you. Put my head down, forehead down, I'm gonna push his head to the other side. Now, what is he gonna do with the inside hand? He will either grab your pants, block the hip, do whatever, right? So whatever it is he's gonna do, you better make sure that you don't let him do it. Two things you can do. Overhook and pull the elbow, or the most stable one is when you go for that underhook. Once his elbow goes above the shoulder, you pretty much have better control over him, right? So now, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm going to circle, watch his hip, see that? Now I'm gonna look at my left knee. Now, from this position, I'm going to be able to staple. You see how I'm able to staple his right knee? If I don't bring my knee high, this is what normally happens. You see that? People wonder, why can't I do this? Because your knee's too low. You need to come up, circle, circle, come up. Now you can staple. Now, I'm gonna hook inside his knee. Look at my right foot, okay? I'm going to walk heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Once my knee clears, I'm going to drop my knee, okay? Look at my knee. I'm not going to drop my knee by his hip. If I drop my knee by his hip, he's going to roll me. And plus, my hip's going to be higher. I want my hip low. So I'm going to drive my knee towards Reuben, not towards the foot. Because if I do this, nothing's going to happen, see? Right? I need to drive across and watch my hip. There's a lot of tension. So if I start pushing and I start applying pressure, it's just a matter of time. If he's gonna roll me, he's gonna have to open his leg to bump me, right? So I'm gonna come here, one time. Up, staple, climb up. Right now, watch. Drive, look at my hip. Now I'm gonna drive up. You have the kesa. Notice I'm not leaning back. If I lean back, he's a judo player, he's gonna roll me. You need to stay low at a slight angle, head down, lift the elbow, drive your chest into his chest, and relax. If he's not gonna move, don't move, right? You're gonna know when he starts to move because he's gonna start to lift you. Block that elbow. You can start walking around, or you can go to side control. Different options depending on what your capability is, right?